Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In this one, we are going to be stealing one of the ideas of my favourite content creator back in the day, Iman Gadzi, and that is showing off his watch collection, being a millionaire entrepreneur with a social media agency. I've got a couple $100 to my name from trading stocks, and I've got some paintings on my wall, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the cool watches that I have, hopefully, and you can comment down below which cool watches you have. First of all, we have got the classic Casio F91W. And what I love about this watch is it was the watch that Osama bin Laden, the world famous man himself, wore during the mission where the US service caught him. And I also love that this watch is very good for people with small wrists. You can see it's got very small forearms. So the look size being small, the timer is just so good. Osama bin Laden, someone you definitely want to be associated with. So just wearing his watch is really, really cool on a day-to-day basis. You know how it is. Then we have a classic military style watch, a Hamilton khaki automatic with a NATO strap. And what I love about this is it's representative of the military, which I love wearing green colours, as you can see here. And Donald Trump has just survived an assassination attempt, and he's a very big fan of the military. That's not the right way to word it, but you know, anything I can do. It's a cool watch. Nice green strap. You see it has the diver's bezel here, which makes a nice sound. I'm not particularly sure that this is the authentic bezel, but the watch itself is really, really nice. The contrast of dark green to the light green to the olive green. And we have two very special watches which belong to my grandfather. And a very cool story about him is when he was on his deathbed with leukemia, unfortunately, he actually had a watch on, and the watch was a kinetic, meaning that the time adjusts to the movement of your wrist. And when you die, your wrist actually stops moving. So the watch turned off the second he died because it didn't have any wind up mechanisms before that. And these are not any of the watches, but this one is, I think it's a rakieta, which means rocket. And I love the steampunk design. The brown leather strap is purchased after by me. And it's just a very nice memory of my grandfather, who I think he died in about 2014. So a long time ago. This one, a Polyot, 17 jewels, no, 23 jewels. Jewels being tiny, tiny rubies on the inside of the watch to smoothen up the mechanism. I think that you should definitely keep watches that you get from your family members, no matter if they work or they don't, because it would cost more than my entire net worth to get this fixed because the parts just aren't available anymore. But wearing it, even if it doesn't work, you still got your phone in your pocket. But loads of watches are very functional, like the Hamilton if you're trying to dive, which I don't dive, so it's not very useful. But if you're trying to sneak behind enemy field lines in the military, you know how it is. You're going to get a watch on, you're going to survive that war. Now, the next watch we have is a smartwatch, and this is very important to me due to its functionality, and you can use it while running, while swimming, and while cycling. And smartwatches have been receiving a lot of hate recently, especially from a certain guy called Nico Leonard, which is a YouTuber which I really used to watch a lot, and I liked his videos. I want to congratulate him on giving birth to his first child. However, I feel like the reason he doesn't like smartwatches is because he doesn't exercise, meaning that there's no functional reason for him to own one. But this one's a Garmin Vivo Active, and the setting that I have on it gives you the sunset, the elevation that you're on, any messages, any heart rate, the steps that you've done throughout the day. And I'm not using it anymore because I have a different watch which I prefer, and it's on my wrist currently. I'll show you that at the end of the video. But I think that Garmin's, Corus's, Apple Watches, Samsung's are very, very useful. You just need to actually exercise. Next up on the list is the only chronograph on the list, and it is actually a quartz watch. It is the Swatch Irony chronograph something, I don't even care. But the only reason this watch is useful is because it has a tachymeter, which is basically a speed dial. So if you're on the highway and there's a car speeding past you, you can figure out how fast the car's actually going by clicking these little buttons on the side. And I really like it due to its similarity to the Rolex Platinum Day Date with the Arabic little numbers, which I saw in a YouTube video a few years ago. I thought they were really, really cool. So I'm not sure what I've been doing in this video. What is even the point of this? So the next watch on the list is actually a Cartier Santos lookalike made by Rakieta, which is a Soviet Union firm. However, at the end of their career, when the Soviet Union was collapsing, they actually mass-produced many watches to other countries in the Eastern Bloc and then to America. And this was given to me at the funeral of my dad's dad, grandfather. I want to say rest in peace to him. Thank you very much for the memory, and most importantly, thank you very much for giving birth to my dad. You know how it is. And it looks really nice on the wrist with a square. However, I've lost the crown. And then we have the G-Shock GA2100 Casio Oak, which is a fake version of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, which is anywhere from like 20 grand to 120 grand, which is way too much. I don't even know why I'm saying it's way too much. I couldn't afford that anyway. Even if I could afford it, I probably wouldn't want it, because this LGBTQ special limited edition dial, customized by some random guy in India probably, is very, very nice. You can see how the shape of the bezel there is made into a octagon, and that is how the Royal Oak comes. And then this little part has been made to feel like sandpaper by adding frosted silver on it. I'm not sure what the point of this was. However, I think it looks pretty snazzy, and it has the 28 time zones feature in there. I don't even read it. And then lastly, on the wrist, I've probably got my favourite watch. I call it the George W. Bush edition compared to the Osama bin Laden edition. And it's basically the same watch, however, it's got a little stainless steel thing about it. And I bought it at a car boot sale for £3, which is about 105 US dollars if you'll do it conversion rates. So, thank you guys very much for watching. See you in the next one. Hopefully that wasn't too boring.
Oh no, my phone. Oh no, oh no.